thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this episode. Today we'll build a front door worthy of the cabin. Hardy, heavy, and rustic. By the time it's finished, the door will be over 5 inches thick, which I believe could be a world record. Maybe not for a bank vault, mind you, but certainly for a cabin. The first task of the day was to make the threshold out of some hardwood maple, which we milled from a log that had been seasoning on site for a couple years.
Looking for a block?
Yeah, there's one in here.
It's in. My size in too, I think.
Feels like it.
We used the hardwood for the threshold because it would stand up better to the daily wear and tear of being walked on. For the door itself, we used cedar, which we also milled earlier. The cedar will keep the weight of the door down, although it'll still take 2 of us to lift once it's done.
Okay. So, the right hand side is the border. Okay. Don't put it right down in, just like that. Okay.
As it stands, the door is 4.5 inches thick, but it isn't finished yet. The trim and hardware are next. These are the items that will give the door its rustic appeal. But before we get to that, I'd like to take a moment to thank SimpliSafe for sponsoring this episode. SimpliSafe is incredibly effective, reliable home security that will make sure your home is safe. You just order it online or over the phone. It's delivered right to your home and you set it up yourself in under an hour. From there, your home is professionally monitored 24/7. If anything happens, they'll make sure the police get called. They've got sensors to cover every window, room, and door, plus lots of great extras like water sensors, temperature sensors, and HD cameras. What I love about the SimpliSafe system is that it has sensors to not only protect your home against intruders, but against other threats as well, including fire, carbon monoxide, your pipes freezing, and we also have a water sensor, which we've placed down in our utility room, and it'll let us know right away if there's a leak.
Water sensor triggered.
Personally, I was able to install the system within 30 minutes and without any tools. I also found the system extremely intuitive and straightforward to use. Plus, the sensors are sleek and small, so I don't even notice them. Visit simplisafe.com/theoutsider to learn more.
Okay, on the floor.
Yeah, for now at least.
Keep yours in there. There we go. You should still tilt up. Here, if I can tilt it.
Okay.
Yep. Let me get.
Yeah, I'm okay. If you need to get your...
I'm not quite sure what the best way to do it is.
The door is now complete, and I'm really happy with how it looks. When we built this door, we wanted to give it a nice, solid, medieval, Viking look, which I think we've accomplished here. The door is 5 inches thick, or over 5 inches thick, so it's as solid as we can make it without jamming it up in the frame. Our tolerances are pretty tight right now, so we still have to shave the sides of the door down a little bit, as well as the top, to make sure it opens and closes properly. Now, although the door is in place, we haven't hung it yet, and that's because we can't hang the door until we've trimmed the inside of the door frame, and we can't do that until we've chinked the inside of the cabin. So once all of that is done, we can finally hang the door and begin using it. You can see that we've put in a gate latch, which we twist and we can use to open the door once it's fully installed. Now the spindle that they provided with this gate latch is far too short because, again, 5 inches thick is not even thought about when it comes to door thickness. So we're going to have to find our own spindle to make this latch work. We've got the iron door knocker, and we have these 2-foot dummy hinges. And you probably noticed they don't work, obviously. They're here just to look pretty. I cut off the actual hinge part, and that's because the real hinges are going to be on the inside of the door, and we're going to have 4 strap hinges, all 2 feet long, holding the door from the inside. As well, we have these iron clavos. We put them in because, again, they just look nice. But as far as why they were used back in medieval times, my guess is that they were used to tighten up the boards in the door. Probably it made the wood a little more resistant to if someone's trying to break the door down with an axe or a hammer. It probably strengthens the wood because it tightens all the grain up. But anyway, that's just my theory. If you look at the trim around the border of the door, you'll notice that I did treat it with boiled linseed oil, which I diluted with a little bit of mineral spirits. And I wanted the trim to look a little bit different to contrast with the wood that's inside the door here, these vertical pieces. So it just kind of gives it that accent on the outside.
With the door in place, my next job was to retrieve a large cedar log which I harvested several weeks ago.
Looks like we've sprung a leak. Every day my dad and I try to pick up the loose screws and nails that fall on the ground, but there's always a few that get away from us, and this one ended up in the tire. Right now it's slowly leaking, so I'm gonna jump on the tractor right away and start driving out of the bush because I don't want to be repairing this while I'm here. I'd rather be closer to home. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, be well, and God bless.